King Charles III of the United Kingdom visits the headquarters of the King's Foundation in Scotland. The hereditary Grand Ducal family of Luxembourg spend the day on a farm in Rollingen. And the Royal Court of Denmark makes an announcement regarding the health of Queen Margrethe. All this and much more coming up next on your Royal Daily News. Good afternoon, everyone. I hope you all are having a wonderful day today. My name is Alexandra, and welcome to your Royal Daily News for Friday, September 20th, 2024. In Copenhagen, Ms. Lene Ballaby, head of communications for the Royal Court of Denmark, announced that Her Majesty, Queen Margrethe of Denmark, was released from the hospital this morning and is resting at home at Fredensborg Slot. As I mentioned in last evening's episode, Queen Margrethe was admitted to the hospital on Wednesday evening after a fall at Fredensborg Slot. The fall caused an injury around the, quote, neck vertebrae and a fracture on her left hand. As a result of the unfortunate fall, her left hand is now in a cast, and the Queen will have to wear a neck brace for the coming months. End quote. Ms. Ballaby also confirmed that Queen Margrethe is in good spirits and, according to the circumstances, is doing well and will be on sick leave for a longer period. Wishing Her Majesty, Queen Margrethe, a speedy recovery. The Royal Court also confirmed that Her Majesty, Queen Mary of Denmark, has stepped in as regent while His Majesty, King Frederik X of Denmark, is abroad. The Queen will be regent from September 20th through September 22nd, 2024. In Oslo, His Majesty, King Harald V of Norway, held an audience with Norwegian author and Nobel Prize laureate in literature, Mr. Jan Olaf Fosse, at the Royal Palace. On June 7, 2024, Mr. Fosse was awarded the Grand Cross of the Royal Norwegian Order of St. Olaf by His Majesty, the King. The Order of St. Olaf is presented to an individual for, quote, their distinguished service to Norway and humanity, end quote. The Royal Court of Norway also notes that Mr. Fosse was, quote, already appointed commander of the Order of St. Olaf in 2005, but promoted to Grand Cross for his outstanding works. Mr. Fosse is the fourth Norwegian author to have received the Nobel Prize in Literature, end quote. On Thursday, the Royal Highnesses, Hereditary Grand Duke Guillaume and Hereditary Grand Duchess Stephanie of Luxembourg, along with their two sons, Prince Charles and Prince Francois, spent the day at Cass Hof Farm in Rollingen. According to a press release, Cass Hof is a 100-hectare biodynamic educational farm whose mission is to, quote, encourage people to sustainable agriculture, a different relationship with the land, nature, animals, and food. The farm welcomes groups for educational visits throughout the year, as well as the general public, who can visit the mini village every day of the week. Families can leisurely stroll, observe and pet the animals, learn about farm and horticultural practices, and purchase organic food produced on site. In addition to agricultural production, the farm also includes a Waldorf school kindergarten and a space for cultural activities. Two beekeepers have been able to install bee colonies on site, benefiting from its rich biodiversity, end quote. On Thursday evening in Bruges, Their Majesties, King Philippe and Queen Mathilde of the Belgians, attended a gala evening organized by the West Flanders Support Committee for the King Baudouin Foundation, held at the Bruges Meeting and Convention Center. On Thursday evening, His Serene Highness, Prince Albert II of Monaco, attended the screening of the new documentary entitled The Flame of Peace, at the Princess Grace Theatre in Le Condamine. Produced by the Communications Department of the Sovereign Princess Government, the 52-minute documentary gives the viewers an understanding of the, quote, genesis of Monaco's Peace and Sport organization by highlighting its history, its successes, its challenges, and the human encounters that lie behind each project, end quote. In Cumnock, Scotland, His Majesty King Charles III of the United Kingdom visited Dumfries House, the headquarters of the King's Foundation. During the visit, the King participated in a discussion with the, quote, Deputy Prime Minister, representatives from the Scottish Violence Reduction Unit, and the King's Trust about the root causes of violence within communities and how more support can be given to young people to address this. His Majesty the King also spent time with young people from nearby Abbey Primary School who have been taking part in outdoor learning sessions on the estate delivered by the King's Foundation, end quote. And finally, in Las Palmas de Gran Canaria, His Majesty King Felipe VI of Spain, as honorary president of the COTEC Foundation, chaired the 17th edition of the COTEC Europe meeting held at the Teatro Pérez Galdós. According to the Royal Court of Spain, this year's meeting will focus on technological sovereignty. The COTEC Foundation for Innovation is a, quote, private, nonprofit organization whose mission is to promote innovation as a driver of economic and social development. COTEC has nearly 100 members, including private companies and regional and local administrations, end quote. And there you have it. Happy Friday, everyone, and I will see you all tomorrow on Saturday, September 21st, with all the latest royal news and events. Until then, I sincerely wish each and every one of you, your family, and your friends a wonderful Friday afternoon. Take care, everyone, and I will see you all tomorrow.